So hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Welcome back to the farm. Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to do a brief video this evening. Gosh, it has been a crazy, emotional and stressful, eye-opening past couple of days. And there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of videos coming up this week because everything's going on at one time. So I just want to quickly update you and to encourage you and to hopefully get you to think about viewing everything that's going on right now, things that are going on around you, and to understand, as I'm understanding, again, there are no coincidences. None. So we have emotional news, we have positive news. You know, really at this moment, I would say all of it is positive. It's part of life. And when things happen, these are the moments that we learn from. So I'm going to keep this fairly brief because I'm at a point, you know, I don't want to bore you with all the details. But I'm also at a point of, I feel like I'm on day 5 of an emotional roller coaster. So I set my foot down today. Come here, Fritz. I set my foot down today and did all the things that we needed to do. And tomorrow, we're coming back in warrior mode, okay? And you just pretty much have to go, okay, I'm sucking it up, buttercup. So first things first, I want to thank you for all of your kind, endless comments, emails, messages, and whatnot about us losing Miss Sadie. If you're fairly new to the channel, you know, Miss Sadie wasn't a highly featured animal on the channel because she was like our mama dog, right? She was the family dog. She's not really a farm dog. Hang on, somebody's wanting to be in the picture. So Miss Sadie is our pit bull mix, our oldest dog. We've had her for over 15 years. I've kind of touched upon her in terms of being, you know, present on the farm or shown her with the other pups and things like that. I got her 15 years ago. She's a rescue pit mix, and you know, she was getting geriatric. She's elderly, and over the last probably 1 to 2 years, we noticed her big time slowing down. She started having a lot of trouble about a year ago, but she was manageable. And, you know, I'm one of these people that firmly believes that in not allowing an animal to suffer, if it's in pain, if it can't function, whatever. I will tell you that my family knows this. I said last year that if she made it to Christmas time, I would be shocked. She actually made it to yesterday. She went on a downhill turn about 6 weeks ago. We think she actually had tumors or possible brain cancer, even per the vet. That's actually what the vet thought. And you know, she started having seizures. It's been a little bit rough, but she was still very decently functional. She was doing all the things: eating, drinking, sitting up, would go to the door. She did require help at times. Seeing a dog or anything go through grand mal seizures when they do is traumatizing, but she made it through. We were able to get her stabilized on some medications. And she actually perked up and did quite well the last couple of weeks until Thursday into Friday. The irony in this is that a new baby came on the scene, spur of the moment, roadside rescue, little baby Lee, if you've seen pictures of Lee. A little male kitten. He came on the scene Friday night. And I just think you can view things as you want, but I told my husband Friday, actually, I said, Sadie is starting to go downhill really fast. If she doesn't make her own personal decision by Monday, we could very likely be making that decision, which is the most dreaded decision. I don't care who you are, where you are. I know we don't want animals to suffer. But when you have to be the one to make the decision about them in terms of that decision, you know as well as I do, that's very stressful, that's very traumatizing. And you know, if you've judged it right, you know that you're doing the right thing, but it's heartbreaking. The funny thing is so I took in this stray kitten. I'll give you more details about him in just a minute. But I took him in, and thank God I did. He would never have made it. We made it through the weekend. We knew by Saturday night that we were going to have to probably not even make it to Monday with Miss Sadie. That I told James, I said, let's just get through the night, and we'll look at her in the morning, and then we will know. Well, at 7 a.m. Sunday morning, we knew. But it was raining, and I told James, I said, well, we need to dig a hole because I want her buried here on the farm. And it's so strange, y'all. I tried to give her water through the syringe at 7:30. I had to start giving her water the last 24 hours through a syringe. And she just couldn't function. And we weren't going to make it to Monday. So I was going to take her to the emergency clinic. And at 7:30, I gave her one little syringe. She drank it. And then she started clenching her teeth. It was like, stop. I don't want this anymore. I'm just going to... So we had her on a new bed. She was set up comfortably in the den. She had all of her items, and she was very relaxed, actually. So James said, well, here's what we're going to do. He said, let's get all the farm chores done. You are exhausted because of my own situation that I'm trying to recover from. He said, let's get everything done. He said, I will go dig the hole around 10 a.m. He said, because that's when these little showers, we did get some showers, little showers. He said, they'll stop. He said, they're supposed to stop. I'll dig the hole, you can shower, and we'll go and we'll do what we need to do. He said, in the meantime, I want you to go back and lay down for an hour. I just want you to go lay down and relax. So I did. And I woke back up. I kind of snoozed off, and I woke back up. And I said, James, we got to get up. And I want you to know that from that time of me laying down to me getting back up, it was 10 a.m. and she had passed. The cow was rubbing her nose on the trough. I got emotional not because Sadie passed. I mean, obviously that's heartbreaking enough. But because I want you to know that I prayed so hard for the Lord just take her. I had my words with her. I told her that it was okay for her to go. Because I really do think, by my experiences with working with animals for so long, a lot of times they actually really do live for you. At least for the last time period. They're hanging on for you. And I knew that's what she was doing. So I told her to stop. I said, it's okay. And it was time, she can do whatever she needed to do. So I laid down, I got back up within the hour, and she had passed. At 10 o'clock, at literally 10 o'clock, I walked back into the den, and she had just passed. The exact time that James, a couple hours before, had set for I'll dig the hole at 10 a.m. And she made her decision, and she went. I don't know how that impacts you, but I found the timing of that. There are no coincidences, guys. Everything that we're going through right now, whether it's whatever's going on with you, pray really hard about it and see what you're supposed to learn from it. And again, I was reminded that God had a plan. This is beyond me. And he took that decision from me. And I am so grateful for that. And I've also accepted that I do think another baby has been brought. Literally, a little angel has been dropped at the moment another angel was taken out. So, Sadie's at rest. Sadie's at peace. And she was a great dog. So, if you don't get a little bit emotional, you're not human. I'm just saying. I think this is normal. So, long story short, I went to go get hay. We went to go get hay on Friday night. I'm not touching the hay or working with the hay, but I did go with James, and they were loading up the hay. And our lovely gentleman that we buy hay from, when we were trying to get to the field, he called and he said, hey, somebody just brought in here to the farm store the tiniest kitten I've ever seen. It was on the side of the highway. Do you want it? And I said, what? He said, Patera, I know if anybody can take care of this baby, it is you. The gentleman can't keep it. He literally just picked it up. It is sick it looks, maybe it's, you know, it's Patera. He said, you're going to freak out. It's so tiny. And I said, well, bring it on. And sure enough, we have taken in this baby. It was literally on the side of the highway. No mama to be found. The gentleman couldn't keep it because he said, I don't know what to do with it, and I have dogs and I don't know what to do. So the farm supply store gave me a bunch of items to get me through the weekend with the baby, and I have named him Lee. It is a little boy, and it's a little silver tabby, and I took him to the vet today and had him looked at. Lucky for me, I had a bunch of medications on hand. The farm supply store gave me some items. Have been bottle feeding it. We've also been giving it a little bit of hard food, which it is trying to eat. And we've had everything done so far. We just dewormed him. We had him looked over. So we have him on pace for all the proper things because I have other animals. So we want to make sure he's safe. And, he is the sweetest little blessing. He weighs 1 pound. We have, as of today, he does have his baby teeth. So we know he's right around 5 weeks. He still has those blue eyes. And she said to go ahead and put him on wet food. We don't have to bottle feed him. We did great through the weekend, and he is a blessing. I seriously doubt at this point that he's going to be an outdoor cat because we are so just through this experience. Not that I am not attached to my barn cats, but I have a feeling he's going to be with us at the house. Even though I will tell you, Ginger, these two right here, let me tell you something. These two right here come down to the house and sit and look in the doors of the kitchen, and then they run up to the barn. Some of you earlier today have been asking about Sister, which is Fritz's literal sister. They're from the same litter. She is, she's on her own path. She is here up here at the barn. She gets fed, she visits, but she hops around. She's a little bit on the wilder feral side. Fritz is clearly not, as he's right now biting at my ankle because he wants to be seen. Boo, aren't you? But little Lee is probably, we named him Lee. He's probably going to stay at the house. He's going to be an indoor cat, I think. I just have this feeling. I just have a notion about it. So here's what I want to tell you guys. Listen, I've got more videos coming up with more details of things that I've learned. I am healing, but I had to return to the doctor today, and I have been seen by my dermatologist as well. Very slow recovery for me, but I am slowly on the mend, and I did need more medical attention. There is no infection, you know, all of these things, but this has led to an important conversation in terms of, again, there are no coincidences. I have gotten sick. I have made videos. I am expressing to you what has happened to me because I'm learning. Doesn't matter how long you have farmed or had a homestead, you learn something new every single day. And when it comes to being able to take care of your animals, and when it comes to being able to take care of you, there's a lot of details. So this is going to kind of segue into a video of a couple of things that I've learned and things that I think that you need to have on hand if you don't have them already. Thinking in you know, I don't want to spoil the moment, so I will lead into that with the next video. So we're going to make 2 videos. But I just want to thank you and tell you how much I appreciate thousands of awesome comments. You know, having a loss, a pet, a farm animal that you love is devastating for a family and can be devastating for a farm. And what do you learn from it? I mean, it's not just going through an emotional journey. You, me, we're all supposed to be learning something. So that is the point that I want to make here. I want you to start thinking about things that you're doing, what the positives and negatives, pros and cons of things that are happening with your health, with your family, with your gardens, with your preps, whatever you're doing right now. Things are happening for a reason to teach you, to train you, to guide you. I firmly believe the Holy Spirit does these things with us because a lot of times the human spirit, we deny or we put off or we delay or we don't assume or we don't think about things until you are put into a hardcore position of Okay, now you're going to force me to think about this. You're going to force me to experience this. And that's where I've been the past couple of days. And I've really rounded it out today because I found out from the vet, I found out from my doctor that I'm doing everything right. That's not a trophy for me. That's not a pat on the shoulder. But I have to tell you that has been a big stress relief because it's been a tough couple of days. And when you go to true good professionals that you do trust and they say, you're doing everything right. We may have to change a few things or manage it differently or whatever, but Patera, you're doing it right. And that's what I want for you guys as well. Fritz, you hanging off my overalls is not the plan, Stan. Do you want attention? Yes, I think so. Mwah. Okay. So I just want to drop this video off tonight and to kickstart back the videos that we've been making and tell you again how much I love you guys and how much I appreciate you. There's so much going on. None of it is a coincidence. We have to be strong. We have to be warriors. We are warriors. That doesn't mean you're at war. But you have to be a warrior walking through the valley, learning bit by bit, taking it with you step by step, and learning from it. And that's been a big process for me this past weekend in lots of ways. With my own body, with my own mind and spirit, with the things that I love, and all the commotion that's going on around us. A lot of videos coming your way. Again, I cannot thank you enough. Seriously, you're the best team out there. We're a team. Like, subscribe, and share. We'll have more videos coming up. Honey, I might need a good night's sleep and put my feet up tonight and decompress a little bit. I'll be back on the path tomorrow. Guaranteed. We'll see you on the next video.